This time will soon be known as the biggest opportunity that people missed. As an investor, being in a recession is a dangerous time because the risks and rewards are amplified. But there are things we can do that will limit the risks and increase our chance for good rewards. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 key indicators that I use to help you determine when to put money into the markets. You'll definitely want to stick around to the end because I'm going to give you some insights into how a commodity trader looks at the markets. I think that's going to be really cool, so be sure to stick around to the end for that. Yesterday, the NASDAQ was up over 8%. Sweet! And some people are thinking that the bull market has started. But has it really? Today, as I record this video, the futures are down a little bit. Where are the markets going to go? Why are they going to go that direction? And when are the markets going to either go up or down? And it's pretty funny because when I surf the net, I see typically 2 groups of people talking about the stock market and investing. One group says you need to get out while you can, everything is falling, and it's a really, really dangerous time. I don't give them much weight because most of them don't have any skin in the game, and if they're not active in the markets, really, why listen to them? Another group is stoked and excited because they think that the markets are turning. We're already at the bottom, big things are coming, and you need to get in right away. The challenge I have with this group is they're trading off of emotions and they're not taking a realistic approach and looking at the big picture. And here's where I give you the standard disclaimer that I am not a professional advisor, but if you hear me out today, I think what I'm going to say is going to make sense to you, and I just ask, smash that like and subscribe button, hear me out, and let's see how this goes. Let's start with my market positions. I'm currently down well over $200,000, and I share that so you know that I have skin in the game. I'm not just sitting on the sidelines and talking. I'm in the game, down over 200, and I have over 7 figures currently in the market. There's a saying in the stock markets that all bear markets are the same and all bull markets are different. We just have to understand that bear markets happen and there could be a myriad of reasons for it. Our current bear market is kind of nice because it's giving us an exact reason for why it's happening, and it's called that sweeping illness that's going all across the world. And the nice thing about this type of a bear market is we've got an exact reason for why it happens, and once we get that cleared up and covered and we're on the path to recovery, we could quickly transition to a bull market. And the nice thing about bear markets, if you take a historical look at things, is bear market happens, and what happens after a bear market? A bull market. Well, we've been blessed, I'm an optimist, that's how I look at it, with a very quick, swift bear market. Boom, it's gone down quick. Well, the good news is it can also go up quick, and I'm hoping that there will be changes in this illness that will move us in that direction. And the important thing is, no matter what's happening in the market, bear, bull, indifferent, you don't want to panic. Keep a cool head and don't get emotional over the investment. Should you sell now and get out while you can? Well, a historical approach says the markets are going to come back and it's just a matter of time. If you sell now in the middle of the roller coaster, you just took a real big down dip. If you sell on the hard downside, you're going to realize your loss. The odds are if you hang in the markets, it's going to come back, and that's what I recommend. And as you know, I've got a lot of money in the market. That's my position, and there is no right or wrong answer. Only history will decide, so just take what I say with a grain of salt and formulate your own plan and your own decision. And before I give you the good stuff and give you the 3 indicators that I want to go over today, I want to really stress that nobody can time the markets. As a general statement, I'm all for dollar cost averaging into a market on the downswing. However, this market's a little bit different because of that illness, essentially putting the world economies on lockdown. And because of that, this would be the one time that I might advocate putting money on the side, holding off on your dollar cost averaging and buying into the markets and waiting for things to change. Ultimately, the decision is up to you, but that's kind of the position I've taken where I've put a fair amount of money on the sidelines and I'm waiting for some of these indicators that I'm going to go over to happen before I aggressively start buying into the market. And now for the good stuff. Let's go over those 3 indicators that I'm watching. Number 1 is the death rate indicator.
For the death rate indicator, the first thing I want to look at are the death rates in the United States. And you can find all of the death rates at Worldometer. And we can scroll down, you'll find all kinds of stats, but I'm looking specifically for the daily death rates. Here we've got the total coronavirus cases in the US, active cases, and here we've got the deaths in the United States. And what we're looking at is this is showing that there is an increasing rise in the deaths. And my favorite one to look at are the daily new deaths in the United States. And here you can see when the death rate started, It's gone up, leveled off briefly, and the last 3 days have gone up like crazy. So as long as this death rate is climbing, I think we're in for unstable times, and I expect the markets to decline. Hope that makes sense. The second bit of information I'm looking for on the death rate indicator, again at Worldometer, is I'm looking at the death rate for the entire world that has to do with this illness. So we can scroll down, we can see the overall total. Here we've got the total deaths. We can look at the chart. It is definitely trending upward. And again, as long as this trend is up, I expect the world economies to be in a state of turmoil. And then I like to look at the daily deaths on the bar chart, and it's no wonder that the markets have been in a recession when you look at this chart and you can see how fast the death rate's going up across the world. And once everything is under control, then we're going to be poised to get back to normal. And if you're on this website, it's called worldometers.info, and there's all kinds of information you can get. And the growth factor, I don't use that one per se, but one thing that is interesting is you can look at the total deaths of the illness and you can see the change, the daily change, how much it's going up. And if you look at this, every day it's been going up since, where's our first day? On one of these days, somewhere, there was a day where it was negative. Here it is. There was one day where it was negative, but you can use this to take a quick look at the world and to see what the trend is. Again, as long as it's going up, the world economies are going to be shaking, and I would expect the downturn to continue.
Number 2 is the illness is under control indicator. And this just means the illness must be under control to sustain a bull market. This could take many forms, including a vaccine, or maybe it will disappear as fast as it came. Given that the best minds in the medical world are looking for solutions, I'm optimistic that one will be found. And number 3 is the unemployment indicator.
Check out this headline. Bloomberg said the U.S. jobless rate may soar to 30%. Now, let's take a look at the unemployment rate since 2000. And here we can see what the unemployment rate has done. And it's really interesting because here at 2007 and 2008, whenever the markets went into recession, you can see that the unemployment rate rose up to 10%. And then here we are at 2009. And what happened to the unemployment rate? It went down, and we're currently at around record lows. Bloomberg just said that this should shoot all the way up to 30%. And I'm looking at this as a very important indicator, and we have to realize that the unemployment rate is a lagging indicator, and that just means it's computed monthly, so we'll always see it behind us. And it's not a leading indicator, but as a lagging indicator, we still want to see that unemployment rate going down. And if the unemployment rate skyrockets, that's a sign of a recession. And when the unemployment rate goes down, that's a sign that better times are coming. And coincidentally, right here, this was definitely better times where we had an 11-year run on the biggest bull market the stock markets have ever had. So you definitely want to be looking at the unemployment rate as well.
And now that we've covered the 3 indicators, let's go over the good news for this recession. I really think it's good news that this recession was started by that illness, because since it was started with one illness that has affected the whole world, it's got the possibility of rebounding quickly. And another piece of good news is because the entire world is being affected, the entire world is working on a solution, and we've got the best doctors in the world all collaborating and coming together to find a way to get past this. And with all of these great minds working together, I think there's a really good chance in the short term, in the near future, that somebody is going to find a solution to this. And once we've got that solution, I think the markets are going to be poised to take off. And that's when we want to get into those markets. And here's my personal outlook on the markets. I think that as long as the death rate is continuing to climb, the markets are going to be very unstable and we're likely to continue with a downward path. However, once the death rate is under control and things start to go back to normal, and we combine that with the unemployment rate and everybody getting back into the workforce, I think we're going to be poised for a big boom. If you appreciate that I make these videos for free, then do me a favor, smash that like, subscribe, and share button, and pass this video around. Give me some love for the YouTube algorithm. Much appreciated. And now for the bonus section, a commodity trader's view of the stock market. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I was a commodity trader, and I believe my commodity trading made me a better stock market investor. Today, I'd like to share with you how my background trading commodities helps me when I look at investing in the stock market. Stock markets are like the ocean tide. For a fisherman, it's critical that you know which direction the tides are going, otherwise you could be fishing in the wrong position. For a stock market investor, you need to look at the stock markets like high tide and low tide. When the tide is rising, you go long. When the tide is falling, you go short. So how does this relate to the stock markets right now? Well, currently we are in a recession. So that means the smart money is going to sit on the sidelines. And once that tide changes and we start going into a bull market and climbing out, the money is going to come off of the sidelines en masse and go into a long position. It just doesn't make sense to go long if the tide, the markets, are falling. Wait, I got one more image for you. This is not the time to throw your line in the water. And once you see that the tide is rising, that's the time to dollar cost average into the markets. And that's why when I look at yesterday as being a massive day going up, for me, it's not a decision to get in or get out yet because there's no clear indication of the tide. That's just an anomaly, one day. A tide or the market is going to be determined over several days and weeks. You can rush into the markets right now with a dollar cost average approach, but if you know that the markets are receding, why would you blindly throw money into markets when you know that it's in a recession and the overall markets are heading downward? A better and safer approach is to have money on the sidelines, and once the tide turns, that's the time to throw in a line and go fishing. And here are my parting words of encouragement. Right now, this is tough times for everybody. So please be compassionate and do what you can to help others. Now is the time to save all the money that you can. And if you're looking to invest, it's a great time to put cash on the sidelines so you're ready. Nobody knows how long this is going to last. So be patient. Don't panic. Please sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this video. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, questions, put it all in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me today, sending love your way, and I'll see you every Monday and Friday when the new videos are released.